If you're watching this and you're even slightly stressed about Valentine's gifts, don't be. We've got ya. If your partner supports your club or just survives match days with you and still sticks around, that is love. So this Valentine's Day, skip the boring gifts. Go to goal90.shop and use code Valentine14 for 14% off plus free shipping worldwide on jerseys, phone cases and football accessories. Get something for your partner, match with them if you want, or honestly, just treat yourself. Self-love counts too. Alright, back to the video.
Football's evolution isn't just tactical or financial, it's deeper than that. The archetypes that once commanded instant respect, that made scouts salivate and fans dream, have lost their shine. What used to be a guarantee of quality is now a red flag. And somewhere along the way, nobody bothered to tell us when these shifts happened. Let's talk about Brazilians. There was an era when the mere mention of a Brazilian forward joining your club felt like Christmas morning. You weren't just getting a player, you were inheriting Jogo Bonito, street football genius, samba magic that couldn't be taught. Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Kaká, proof that Brazil remained football's creative heartbeat. Teams would scour favelas like prospectors hunting gold. But something broke. Brazil hasn't won a World Cup since 2002, hasn't produced a Ballon d'Or winner since Kaká in 2007. Even Ronaldinho called Brazil's 2024 Copa America squad one of the worst teams in recent years, admitting he couldn't find energy to watch them play. According to FIFA data, while Brazil still exports more footballers than any nation, transfer fees have dropped nearly 20% from 2018 levels. Research points to the death of street football as the culprit. Those dirt pitches where legends were forged have been paved over. Today's Brazilian talents leave for European academies before developing that distinctive flair, that problem-solving instinct born from chaotic street matches. Vinicius Jr. and Alisson are world-class, undeniably, but they're exceptions in a generation that's become more European than Brazilian. The mystique has evaporated, replaced by skepticism every time a Brazilian prospect gets hyped. Which brings us to the Eredivisie, another pipeline clogged with disappointment. Ajax used to be a cheat code for talent identification. Their 2019 Champions League semi-final run showcased technically flawless footballers. Frenkie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, Donny van de Beek, Europe's elite circled with checkbooks ready. But then reality hit. Manchester United became the cautionary tale. They've spent approximately £250 million on Ajax players under Erik ten Hag, and the results have been catastrophic. Antony arrived for £86 million and contributed just 8 Premier League goals across his first 2 seasons. Edwin van der Sar even admitted Ajax made United pay well over asking price. Van der Beek's £39 million move resulted in former United player Paul Parker telling him to go back to the Eredivisie after failing to secure minutes under 3 managers. Marco van Basten criticised the approach, noting Ten Hag bought many players for a lot of money who did not perform well. The pattern holds beyond United. Clubs across Europe have cooled on the Dutch league after watching technical brilliance fail to translate to faster-paced top leagues. The Eredivisie hasn't necessarily gotten worse, but football has gotten wise to its limitations. Speaking of physical demands, let's address speed merchants who used to terrorize defenses with pace alone. There was a period where ridiculous sprint speeds guaranteed a career. Adama Traore became the poster child, blessed with 36 km per hour top speed and superhuman physique, yet his output never matched his athleticism. 2 goals in 23 appearances at Wolves despite being virtually uncatchable. The game evolved past him. Modern football's tactical sophistication means pure pace without intelligence, without the final ball or positional awareness, leaves you benched. Even Kylian Mbappe succeeded not just because of his speed, but because he added elite finishing, movement and decision-making. Alphonso Davies had to develop into a complete fullback. Kyle Walker became indispensable for Manchester City, not for recovery speed alone, but for tactical discipline in Guardiola's system. The days of one-dimensional speed demons earning starting spots are over. If speed is your only attribute, you'll be watching from the sidelines. The same evolution applies to academies clubs once built identities around. Manchester United's class of '92, Beckham, Scholes, Giggs represented the pinnacle of trusting youth. Barcelona's La Masia seemed unstoppable, producing Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Busquets, but even legendary academies have struggled. Man United sold or released 13 homegrown players in summer 2024, including Scott McTominay, who became Serie A Player of the Year at Napoli, proving the club couldn't recognise its own talent. The model shifted dramatically. Clubs now see greater value in spending £80 million on a ready-made star than investing years in a prospect who might not pan out. Financial pressure and immediate results culture means managers can't afford the patience that youth development requires. Academies poach each other's best talents with promises of faster pathways, breaking traditional loyalty structures. Barcelona's current renaissance with Lamine Yamal shows La Masia still functions, but financial constraints force them to rely on youth, necessity, not philosophy. The romantic notion of building from your own ranks has been replaced by cold transfer market reality. Now, about those hairstyles. Remember when mohawks meant business? Arturo Vidal's mohawk was psychological warfare. He told L'Equipe he copied Christian Ziege's 2002 World Cup look because the defender seemed super aggressive, almost scaring the opponents. Paul Pogba's intricate designs became as much his signature as his dab, Mario Balotelli, cycled through bleached variations that kept stylists employed. These weren't fashion statements, they were declarations that elite creative talent had arrived. But when's the last time a mohawk made you think, this guy's changing the match? The style is now meaningless. Players sporting mohawks are more likely fringe squad members desperately trying to stand out. The association flipped from confidence to compensation. The same fate befell dyed hair, particularly platinum blonde that swept football in 2016. Messi went blonde after Copa America heartbreak, Neymar followed after Olympic gold, and suddenly every player with peroxide wanted in. Aaron Ramsey, Fellaini, even Samir Nasri experimented. It looked bold when the world's best did it, but like any trend filtering down too quickly, it lost luster. Today, freshly bleached hair triggers, are they going through something? Not what statement are they making? The visual language of elite performance shifted away from flamboyant expression toward understated professionalism. Which brings us to Asian players, another archetype whose stock has fallen despite obvious exceptions. Park Ji-sung defined an era at Manchester United, winning 4 Premier League titles with his 3-lung engine. Shinji Kagawa became the first Asian to win the Premier League and scored the first Asian hat-trick in the competition. Son Heung-min rewrote record books entirely, becoming the first Asian Golden Boot winner and top Asian scorer in Premier League history. But here's the uncomfortable truth. After Son, the drop-off is steep. Very few Asian players currently make meaningful impacts at Europe's biggest clubs. The influx that seemed inevitable after Park and Son's success hasn't materialized. Part of this stems from physical and tactical demands. Asian players often need time adapting to pace and physicality that European academies drill from childhood. But it's also a scouting issue. Clubs became cautious after high-profile Asian signings failed to deliver expected returns. The pipeline that once felt inevitable has narrowed, not from lack of talent necessarily, but from a perception shift that makes clubs hesitate before taking chances on Asian prospects. These shifts didn't happen overnight. They're the accumulated result of football's relentless evolution. The players and archetypes we once took seriously have been reassessed, revalued, and in many cases found wanting. What commanded respect a decade ago now triggers doubt, and the beautiful game keeps moving, leaving behind those who can't adapt to its ever-changing standards. Let us know what you think in the comments. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any new videos. See you next time. Bye.